Yo, what is up YouTube? And today we're going to be talking about a character you guys should be building to make your way through Ember Trek very easily. Now Ember Trek just reset and I actually just cleared it on normal and hard. You'll see for hard I am actually top 10 in the clears. So I did clear it pretty quickly. I didn't really rush it, but I just did it in one day because I wanted the lattice. But basically, when you're going through Ember Trek, whether it be normal or hard once you get here, which you probably will after the nerfs, you're going to face a lot of these red stages with some pretty hard bosses that you might fight in shells or just other content. For example, you have Whitney here, you have something like Astarte, you have something like Dahlia, you have something like Hoyan, and it keeps going, right? Rengokutsu, etc., Phoebe, etc., right? Now there's going to be certain bosses that you can completely cheese through. For example, Whitney you can cheese very easily. You can also cheese Dahlia very easily as well. You can also cheese Shadow Flame Hoyan. You can cheese Rengokutsu, Phoebe as well, and the blue one, this last guy here. Now you can pretty much cheese every single one, and you're going to see that the character that people are using to cheese is going to be a character I talked about in the past and a lot of content creators that have also. It's going to be Vice. Now, Vice is a super powerful character just because of the fact that he can pretty much lock down anything with his taunt. And the reason why his taunt is so good is because of the fact that you can stop the bosses from doing their main ability. He also has a heal, he also has a purify, which makes him very good in this month's Ember Trek because you need to constantly heal to actually remove the debuff. And he also has this attack down, which will make it so that your team is a lot safer in these fights. For the most part, all you really need on him is high speed and effect accuracy. I recommend having 3 effect accuracy or even 2 and then 1 HP bonus, and then you want time weave. That way you get to around like 180% effect accuracy and you'll be good to go. The reason why you want that effect accuracy is because you pretty much need to land his S1 taunt. Otherwise, if it breaks out of the taunt, if the bosses ever break out of taunt, you'll find yourself that in a situation where they will do their ultimate ability and you're kind of in big trouble. Make sure you run him on Artisan as well. It makes him a lot more tankier because he's taunting. He's going to be taking a decent chunk of damage, so you definitely want this on him. Now, in terms of who you pair him with, you can pair him with DPS for sure. You need a DPS to kill the boss. And then you can kind of pair him with supports, usually like a healer, defense breaker, attack buffer for your DPS, like Freya even. And then you want something that can help him take turns. What I mean by this is something like a Lily is really good if you have her, because you have a speed buff for him and you also have Twin Trick. And Twin Trick makes it so that when Lily S1s, you can bring your Vice as well and then have an extra chance to taunt. It makes Lily like the best partner for Vice, especially when you're doing those boss stages. If you don't have a Lily, there's another really good option here if I can actually find her. I don't have her built, but I know a lot of people use her. It's going to be Red Kazuyo. Now Red Kazuyo is very good because she has speed down on the boss, and she also has speed up for your team. And this is very powerful because, similar to Lily, it'll help your Vice take a lot more turns, and also just have your team take a lot more turns as well. And she can also reduce the cooldown and shell cooldown of all your allies, which is super broken. Definitely a very powerful character that I will probably have to showcase on my channel sooner or later. But yeah, definitely a very good character. He can actually lock down, for example, if we start from the beginning, if you're fighting Whitney and struggling, he stops her from summoning the ads if you have her taunted permanently, which is pretty much the entire fight. If you're using him in Dahlia, Dahlia has like an ultimate where she actually can summon the ads again. And then also what she can do is inflict this super annoying parasitic seed dot, which you need 4 buffs to dispel. But if you taunt her over and over, she'll only be dotting your Vice, and she won't heal at all. Like, I mean, she'll still heal on Vice's turn, but very little, and you can stack buffs to get rid of it. Biggest thing is you're not getting that dot on everyone, and this does a ton of damage and will pretty much wipe your team. So Vice makes quick work of her. Same thing with Shadow Flame Hoyan. Basically, he stops the ads from spawning. So basically, you kill all the ads, and then after that, you just have Vice just lock him down, and then he won't spawn ads anymore, and you just hit him and he dies. Rengokutsu is not that great in because you're not really hitting the ads on this boss, so I would skip him for that. Phoebe, it's the same thing with the ads. Basically, you kill 3 ads except 1. I do have a video on my channel talking about the cheese strategy, and then you just lock her down with Vice and she won't summon any more ads, even if they all die. So a lot of strategies. Same thing with the last boss, Apate. and it just makes him super strong in Ember Trek, and definitely a character that you're gonna want to build because of how easily he can stop the bosses from doing any mechanics. You're gonna see that not every team actually uses him, but that's mostly because these guys just kind of like brute force through it. But if you're looking for a way to clear it very safely, you're gonna see, Vice is used in so many of these clears here. You'll even see mines here as well. And I think most people are actually using it because it makes the boss a non-factor. You'll see, I think the lowest level here is 73. So level 73, actually clearing this as well. Just because you're using Vice here, you're gonna see that this guy, no offense, isn't even on like the best gear. Like he has yellow gear and purple gear. His Giada is it's decent, and then his other characters are using like yellow gear and stuff like that. Mostly because of the fact that he's using Vice for the bosses. Bosses are definitely going to be like the super hard parts of going through Ember Trek, and if you can cheese through all of it, it's very easy. It's not limited to hard either. It's also going to work in normal for like the majority of the bosses, and the bosses it doesn't work on. For example, like I think it doesn't work on this boss, Astarte, and also like Sharon. These bosses are either already nerfed if you're watching this the day after the nerfs happen or when it happens, or are about to get nerfed tomorrow. So, if you just have Vice built, it'll make Ember Trek super easy, and I'll show you guys how he actually works on the last boss in my run in hard Ember Trek floor 42. Now, you're gonna see here that I'm basically taunt locking the boss. This is the last boss of hard Ember Trek, and you'll see that she does have taunt on her. You can't see it because she has so many skills. Basically, by taunt locking, even with this monthly mechanic where you are taking a lot of poison damage, Vice can heal your team, and he is stopping this boss from summoning ads. And usually this boss summons ads and the fight's super hard and annoying, but with Vice you can just taunt lock the boss, and if you have something like the Lily, you can make it so that you have a very high chance to land that taunt every single turn cycle. And we'll see the taunt lands here. Basically the boss is just forced to hit the Vice over and over. So all you really need on Vice is speed, effect accuracy, and some bulk if you can spare. And even though the boss is already taunted, you're going to see that this boss is getting re-taunted, and then it will activate his heal on his passive. And you can see this boss is literally not being able to take a turn. Usually, it's going to summon the two puppets and the fight becomes pretty much a shit show, but this makes the fight super easy when you use Vice in Ember Trek. But yeah, that is pretty much it for Vice, guys. Make sure you guys bring this guy for Ember Trek. He is the GOAT for sure. This guy is crazy good at cheesing a lot of boss stages. Yeah, he just has a ton of tools to actually help you because he just stops the boss from doing anything. And honestly, he most likely, I don't want to say he'll get nerfed, but I think in the future if they add like, Nightmare Ember Trek, they'll probably make bosses immune to taunt, because right now how it currently is, you're kind of just not doing anything. And he's very good at stopping this monthly like affix thing, this monthly mechanic, the venomous embrace, because basically whoever gets this debuff and is marked, you need to top them off, and Vice's healing is crazy when you max his S2, which you probably want to do. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe if this helped you out. I know you guys probably already have him built, but trust me, just bring him to every single boss in Ember Trek and just don't worry about mechanics. Just have him walk down the boss and he will make your life so much easier. The only times you actually have to really do the mechanics is for Sharon and Astarte. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and I'll catch you guys next time.